Hi Aries, I'm Pam, the Lucky Mermaid, psychic seer and modern mystic, bringing you psychic predictions and messages from my spirit guides for September 2022. Please be sure to watch your sun sign, your rising sign, and your moon sign to get a more clear and complete picture of what's to come for you in September and perhaps beyond, because timing will be different for all of you in these general readings. Remember, sometimes your rising sign and your moon sign will resonate more for you than your sun sign. And if you're born on the cusp of your sign, some months your psychic predictions and messages will come to you from there. So you might want to check that out. This recording is for Aries Sun, Aries Rising, and Aries Moon. I'm using the Hanson-Roberts Tarot deck in this reading. All that being said, Aries, now on to your September 2022 Psychic Tarot reading. First card you have, Aries, is the Ten of Rods, and this is moving on to new and better horizons with 10 rods of burden on your shoulder. And those 10 rods of burden are knowledge and experience you've gained that can help you as you move on to new and better horizons. You could also feel a little overburdened in the month of September. It's like you're figuring out how to make your next step, how to take the next move, how to make your next move. It's like you're trying to figure out where and how you want to build your next life plan. It's like you're going to be really fixated on particulars about dotting your I's and crossing all your T's. And you could be also wanting to take new information or information you have and gathering it together and putting it to good use into this, next step or what you want to do, where you're heading. But you are going to feel like you have a lot of responsibilities that you have to fulfill. It may take you a lot of time and a lot of plodding along. You may not be able to move as quickly as you would like to. Things may not move along as fast as you would like to. It may feel like, step by step, plodding along. That could feel burdensome to you because you may like to see things run along much more rapidly. And things that were kind of barring your way or seem to lighten up and loosen up. Any stumbling blocks or, things that were, stumbling blocks causing delays, complications. They seem to be lifting for you now in September. It may not happen quickly. It may gradually lift in September. You could make a commitment to buy a property. You could make a commitment to sell a property. You may be figuring out also how to take knowledge and information you've gained and now how you're going to put it to good use. This could be in a career pursuit or to open a business or to write a book or an instruction manual or start a teaching program or some kind of classes of some sort that you want to teach or demonstrations you want to give or videos you want to create. You could be putting your money down on something like a deposit for a home, for a boat, for a car, for something expensive that you want to purchase. So the next card you have in your reading is the Chariot. And the Chariot is a card that symbolizes being pulled in two different directions, having to choose between two different paths or two different ideas or ideals. It could also be long distance travel. The Chariot could also indicate change. Some people say the Chariot indicates success. you're going to really be very diligent and vigilant about looking ahead, like what's ahead of you. Like you're going to be strongly thinking about your future and the next steps that you want to take. You may feel like you've let the grass grow under your feet too long. You may feel like you've stayed somewhere too long, or like stayed in a relationship too long, stayed in a career too long, stayed in a place you're living too long, stayed, in a certain job too long, stayed in certain clubs, groups, or organizations too long. Because it comes up like you may feel like you've let the grass grow under your feet in some type of situation for you too long, and that now you're looking towards your future and you're thinking, I gotta make some adjustments here and redirect my course and get on the move on with something. And you've had some mistakes in the past and difficulties in the past, and you have made like last-ditch efforts to clean those things from the past up, and you're like, I don't want to make those mistakes again. I don't want to have those problems again. So you've cleaned up some mistakes and errors and judgment, or decisions you've made in the past or situations you've been in the past. You've cleaned that up, and now you want to get away from that, and you want to move away from those mistakes or from those lifestyle choices or from those decisions, and you don't want to make those decisions again. This comes up as your mindset. Some of you will get promoted this month at your job. Some of you are going to receive some important communication that could come from you from a deceased relative. You could channel that information. They could make it show up some other way. This could also be, you could receive some important information or messages or news through the telephone, because I get either from spirit or through the phone, somebody calling you. I feel like you're also learning to process information differently, where you're not being as reactive as you were in the past. When you hear things react, I feel like your reaction time is more matured, and you are letting things sit. You're sitting on some information and letting it sit with you before like acting on things too quickly. I see you doing that also with the Chariot. The Six of Cups is crowning your reading. This is a card that symbolizes two people that have been together in a previous incarnation, and you're reincarnating again in this lifetime to solve karma. Whether you're together to the end of your days or you fight and you break up, it doesn't matter. Either way, you are solving karma. This could also be fond childhood memories. It could also indicate children. I do feel that there is a bringing together, some semblance of a relationship, and it gets healed in September. And it could be for some of you, the foundation of your life is changing, where either you're moving in together and you're going to live together, or you had a house and a property and you had to let it go, or you sold it, or you're moving to a new one. That all comes up here. You may even be thinking about getting more security for a property you own. You may be thinking of getting an alarm system or guard dogs, or, gates, locked gates. You may feel like you've spent too much time like festering or worrying over the little things. And you may be more trying to focus on the big picture. If you have a friend, a relative, or a loved one that is kind of emotionally getting worked up and spiraling out of control, you may be the voice of reason to them. you may be very healing and comforting to them. You could also be watching some construction happening near your home, where something could be brought down to dust. You could also be experiencing a lot of dust, dirt, gravel, or pollution or smog near your home. There could be like dust storms. There could be a building that got knocked down, and then all this dust and dirt and dust or sand gets blown up into the air. This could be if there's any kind of demolition going on in your area. It could be through storms kicking this up. You may experience that in your area. It could also be smoke. If there's fires, you could have a lot of smokiness in the air due to fires. You could be coming together with someone to where you're really starting to learn about someone. This could be somebody new to you. It could also be, for some of you, somebody you already know. You could find like you're really getting to know them, or learning a lot of, getting a lot of insights and information that you didn't know about them. To get more psychic messages and predictions from my spirit guides, please check the description box below this video for the links for my most recent videos for Vimeo. I look into very specific topics using a variety of divination tools to bring you more accurate predictions for your astrological signs. These links and descriptions are also available on the videos page of my website, www.theluckymermaid.com. Thank you. The fourth card in your reading, Aries, for September 2022 is Five of Cups, and this is sadness, loss, and regret. But not all hope is lost, because two cups are still upright behind the person that's sad in the card. So not all hope is lost. This card sometimes can indicate you could be having a problem with drinking right now, or alcohol. It could also be somebody connected to you. But very often this is feeling some kind of sadness, loss, or regret about something. You may feel like you missed some kind of opportunity, or you waited too long to do something in September. Some of you Aries may also feel like you opened up your mouth and you put your foot in it, where you said something you shouldn't have said. I do get that. I wish I could take back those words. I wish I could take back what I said keeps coming to me. But you're going to have to learn from your mistakes and move on from it. It's not something you're going to be able to keep lingering and dwelling over. And you may be struggling in some ways in September to find ways to uplift yourself. You may feel like you're getting kind of sad, going through some kind of feelings of depression. Some of this could have been over the past even. But it's going to be wise for you to find things to cheer yourself up. Listening to music. If you play musical instruments, it would be a good time to play musical instruments, to listen to music, to watch comedy, or things that you, or to do activities that you find buoy your spirits and uplift you. Exercise would be really good for you now. Walking, swimming, jogging, anything like that. Bike riding, that would be very good for Aries in September. You may also feel like you tried too hard and you overstepped your bounds in a relationship or with a friendship, like, or somebody you're interested in. You may feel like you tried too hard. You texted them too much. You called them too much. You said too many things you wish you hadn't have said. Or like you overstepped your bounds with somebody. One of your kids or a friend. You may have taken liberties where you really shouldn't have. That kind of energy also comes up here. But you're going to come to some realization of how much power and control you actually have over your own self and your own mind and your own emotions. I feel like you're going to come to realization like you can control how you respond and not let yourself and not let yourself and your emotions get sucked down some kind of depression or dark rabbit hole. You are going to come to grips with yourself and see that you can control your emotions. You can find ways out of your depression or upsetment or doldrums. So the last card you have in your reading is Eight of Cups, which is turning away from what's not working for you anymore, emotionally speaking, and heading off onto a new journey with a stick of power and control in your hand. And even though the journey's unknown, you're still willing to take it. I see some of you gathering up your belongings and leaving. Some of you, this could be a place you're living. Some of you, it could be a job. You may feel like fed up, where you feel like you're not really truly being appreciated, or you may feel like you've extracted all you can out of the relationship or the position or the place where you're working. You may feel like you've got everything you could out of it, or you may feel like you're just underappreciated and you're gonna move on. You know, there's a lot of things you haven't tried yet. So you may decide like some aspect of a career or job that you have. You may find like, hey, well, in the line of work that I'm in, I could have this position or that position or that position. I don't have to have this particular position. So let's say you were a cop and you're like, I'm getting out of the police force. Well, you could end up going and teaching about law enforcement, or you could become a private detective, or like if you were a chef, you could have owned a restaurant and now you're tired of owning the restaurant, but you could have a catering business. You could open your own catering business, or you could go work for somebody else and not be the owner of your own restaurant. You could go manage it or be a chef somewhere else. I'm using these as examples. So some of you, Aries, may decide like you don't want to leave the field you're in. You may want to pursue some other aspect of the field you're in. If you've always worked for a company or business, you may want to now go off and build your own company or your own business now. Work for yourself. If you're looking to move, you may decide you want to go look into a new state, a new province, a new city, a new area. It could even be in the same state that you live in or the same province you live in. It could just be the opposite side of the state or province you live in. And I feel like you're going to be uplifted because it's going to give you a new creative outlet to express yourself with panache, new flair, new creativity, new panache. Put your new brand of design or spin on the skills or talents that you have. Even though it may feel daunting, or you may feel a little unsettled about it, or there could be some disgruntlement about what you're doing, ultimately it's going to be better, more positive for you. And it's going to I'm seeing fluffing up pillows. So this leaving is actually going to be like you fluffing up the pillows of your life. So the best gemstone crystal I got for you, Aries, for the month of September 2022 is fluorite. And fluorite neutralizes negative energy and stress. It increases the powers of concentration and self-confidence. It helps in decision-making and improves balance and coordination mentally and physically. Wow. Already, based on what came up in your cards, this stone sounds like a really good stone for you for September. This is a gemstone that's going to help you when you have to evaluate anything. People, situations. It's going to help you with evaluation. It's also going to help you if you're getting evaluated. It's going to help you evaluate things, especially if you have to make purchases, big purchases even. It's also a gemstone crystal that's going to help you loosen up and relax. If you have to take any courses or training or anything you're learning where you have to really pay attention, focus, concentrate, it's going to help you. This gemstone is also going to help you with lucid dreaming or your dreams at night. So if you're doing any meditation or relaxation techniques, it's going to help you with that. It's also going to help you when you're dreaming. It's going to make your dreams more active and possibly give you good insights and messages that'll be helpful to you in your waking life. So I hope these messages were of help to you, and I hope they made sense. Thank you so very much for watching. I do truly appreciate it. And please like this video if you enjoyed it. And please subscribe if you would like to see more content like this and to help my channel grow. And if you would like to get any of the special video series I record for my Vimeo on-demand pages, where I use a variety of divination tools focusing on very specific topics, you can get my most recently recorded videos by clicking on the links down below this video in the description box in the Show More section. And there's many links down there, or you can go to my website at theluckymermaid.com, go to the videos page on my menu, and you can scroll down that page. You can see all the video series I've recorded, what divination tools I've used, how long the predictions go out for, and then you just click on the zodiac sign you want, and it will take you to that video on Vimeo. Now, some of the most recent video series I've recorded, of course, are my psychic crystal readings for each sign of the zodiac for September 2022, where when I stop the video, I then go on and look into the crystal and give you more psychic predictions and messages from my spirit guides for this month of September. You can also get August video. That link will be down below as well, because timing is different for everyone. And so just because it was August videos, you may be experiencing it later. You may be experienced by August predictions in September or October, or even a year from now. So if you didn't get that, you could check that out. My Horseshoe Tarot Spread Psychic Tarot reading for the year of 2022-2023, which goes from August of 2022 through until the end of August of 2023. There are, how many cards? 7 cards in those videos, and very detailed. They're kind of long. So if you want to see what I got for you there, that's actually one of the most popular video series I record. People don't request it. It's not a highly requested video series, but it's a very popular purchased series. My mid-year love and romance psychic tarot update for 2022 is also available. And my psychic crystal readings that I talked about for September, and also you could check out August. My career and finance psychic tarot and crystal readings, those predictions are for 12 to 18 months, and they started in April of 2022, and they go all the way through until the end of October of 2023. So if you want to see what's going on with your career and your finance area, you might want to check that out. My What's Lucky and New for You in 2022 Psychic Tarot and Oracle card readings. We're still got a lot of time left in 2022, so your luck hasn't run out yet. So if you want to see what was lucky and new for you, you could look into those videos. And my mid-year Psychic Tarot update for 2022 is also available. My Saturn in Aquarius psychic tarot and crystal readings, they started in December of 2020. These predictions start from December of 2020 and go through until the end of March of 2023. Saturn usually spends about 2.5 years in each sign. My full moon lunar eclipse in Scorpio, May 2022, psychic tarot, crystal, and oracle card readings. Those predictions, you're still being affected by that eclipse. Those effects are not over yet. And also my solar eclipse in Taurus, April 2022, psychic tarot, crystal, and oracle card readings. Those effects, those effects of those eclipses, they last 6 months. So those 2 eclipse video series, you are still being affected by that lunar eclipse in Scorpio in May and the solar eclipse in Taurus in April. I use the same format for each. I highly recommend in these videos if you can watch your rising sign as well as your sun sign to get a more clear and complete picture of what's to come for you. And many people find these eclipse readings are accurate for them. And if you think these eclipses are not affecting you, you're wrong. They completely are. So you might want to look into those videos. Also, if you would like to donate to my channel and help support the work that I do here with my psychic readings on YouTube, there's a donation link down below underneath all the video series I've talked about, and that link is connected to PayPal. And thank you so very much to those of you who have donated to my channel. It does mean a lot to me, and it does help me a lot. I do greatly appreciate it. So a big thank you to those of you who have donated. Also, if you would like to get more psychic predictions and messages from my spirit guides that you're not going to see here in a video on YouTube, you can follow me on my social media pages at The Lucky Mermaid LLC on Facebook and The Lucky Mermaid _ Pam Georgel on Instagram, and also on the community pages that are here on YouTube. I usually write these predictions out in about 5 paragraphs. I usually pull a tarot card, sometimes an oracle card, occasionally my crystal. I'll write these predictions down, and many people find that these predictions, maybe the whole entire reading makes sense to them, or parts of messages and predictions throughout will make sense to them. So I highly recommend you check those out, and I would love to see you over there on my social media pages. And as I've said before, I'm going to say it here again, make sure you are following the Lucky Mermaid _ Pam Georgel on Instagram. Sometimes they put a little dot after the underscore and it fakes people out. I am not contacting anybody on social media soliciting them for readings. I work from a very long wait list and a very long cancellations list. If you want those details, please go to my website at The Lucky Mermaid LLC. theluckymermaid.com, and go to the scheduling page. You can read all about how to get on the cancellations list. The wait list I closed in 2018 because I had too many people on it. I'm still adding people to the cancellations list. I can only do a few private readings a month. I used to do 3 readings a day, 5 days a week, a couple weeks out of each month. I can no longer do that anymore for a variety of reasons. So if you want to get on the cancellations list, you can look at how to do that. But I'm going to tell you, it's going to be a long, long wait. I don't want people to think they're going to get on it and you're going to hear from me in a month. It's not going to happen that way. So, but please do not fall for anybody soliciting you for readings on social media. I don't have WhatsApp. People are even doing it in the comments section in the YouTube videos where they're trying to act like they're me. I've had to report this. Please know I'm not contacting you. If you get something from me, it's only if you're on my wait list or cancellations list. Otherwise, it's a fake. And do not give them money. I have seen people do that where they've paid and not gotten anything. It is a scam. Please don't fall for it. So I hope you have an absolutely spectacular September, all the signs of the zodiac, and know that I wish you many blessings and peace.